When I finished with the Spielberg project, I had a number of friends in the Young Presidents Organization, and I said to them, if you want me to put your parents on tape, I'll be more than happy to, because I think it's important. And so a number of them took me up on this, and one was Larry Levy from Levy Enterprises. And Larry's mother, who was very famous, Edie, I put her on tape, and she passed away a little over a year ago. And Larry called me up during the summer, and he said to me, very emotionally, he said, "Thank God you did this, because my mother comes alive, and I heard stories that I never heard before, and I thank you for doing this."
I now have these wonderful interviews that I look at every 6 months. I sent them to my many cousins, all of whom wrote me back fabulous notes. We all treasure it. And I intend to be the first customer of the new company to have my own interview.
We feel like a legacy shouldn't just be about passing money down. Anybody can do that. It should be about passing your passions down, your stories, your struggles, your dreams for them. That's what a legacy is.
What I really love is the fact that when I take them back and they start talking about their parents, their grandparents, their early childhood, what life was like, and how they met their husband, how they met their wife.
Explaining to your grandchildren what an icebox was, what a streetcar was, how their parents taught them and how they treated them that made them turn out the way they turned out.
Those are the kinds of things that really warm me, because I take them back to that time, and you can see it in their face. You can see that they're in a different time and a different place, and that's what I really want for the next generations to see. The legacy to me is when somebody is gone, they're gone. And when I think about it, if I could only have had a tape of my grandparents or my parents, and to be able to ask them or hear their answers to the same kind of questions that I would ask, it would mean the world to me.
I interviewed a woman who was in her 90s, and she also still played the piano. She had a beautiful piano in her living room. I interviewed her, and then at the end of the interview, she played a few songs on the piano, and she passed away 2 years later. At the end of her funeral, here she came on the screen, and my last question was, is there any message you want to leave for your grandchildren and beyond? So now picture in this church, this woman came on the screen, and she was talking to her children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, saying how they should live a life, and then she got on the piano and played Somewhere Over the Rainbow. To say there was not a dry eye in the house would not be an exaggeration. That's the kind of powerful moments that we bring to people.
I just have to say that doing this interview with Dan and Ron was really fun. I mean, I know everybody likes to talk about themselves, but the inquiries were very natural and not stilted on Ron's part, and I really, well, it's not hard for me to talk, but it went very smoothly.
My passion is hearing about how people overcame hardship and what life was like 60, 70, 80 years ago. The themes are sometimes similar, but the outcome is always different. But the bottom line is, it's someone's personal story, and it's critical that it be preserved for future generations.